Back, it's Table Talk Tuesday on Liquid Lunch. I'm John TABACCO. We are at the downtown studios of NEWSMAX. We're in the, as we are every day, the Question Tequila Studios from noon to 2 Eastern. And right down the street is the New York Stock Exchange. Today it's just middling around, just down a few points, but still well above that 27,000 number, which is good news. Bitcoin's doing fine, and we are doing more than fine. On this Table Talk Tuesday, it's also a Tech Tuesday, and my good friend Nate Bradley joins us again. He's been on with us recently, and Nate, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
You know, all the rage these days is, you know, the social media. Jack Dorsey came out last week and said Twitter isn't going to sell advertisements, which I thought was a pretty cool thing. Facebook, Google, YouTube, all these things, they all have record growth, earnings, all this stuff. And me and you have been dialing in to the data and the privacy, and that's how they're all really making money. And you know, Frankie and I have covered this going back to last year on how people don't realize that their data is really being resold. And now you mentioned to me last week you thought Google was going to buy Fitbit mostly for the info. Boom, and it happened.
That's right.
What's behind it?
Yeah, so $2.1 billion for Fitbit, and when you look at that, you know, there's a premium paid, and Google's got to keep pace with Samsung and with Apple, certainly, in terms of having these Internet of Things devices that are designed to collect data. The key for businesses is to recognize this as an apparatus, much like your organization used YouTube, which was bought for just about $2 billion in 2006. This is reminiscent of that, where Google has equipped itself now with the tool set to essentially capture this data and monetize it in a big way. What we have as an opportunity for mid to small size companies is the ability to now harness new data sets. Right, so and if you're self-insured.
Data Vault, when you were away, Nate came on a couple times, and you can work with them now and you can give them your data. Mm-hmm. Rather than it getting stolen from you. And then they tell you how much it's worth and resell for you, and you get the money.
So what makes somebody's data more valuable than someone else's? Like, why would John get X amount for his data, and then why would I get Y amount for mine? And then who do you sell it to?
Well, so individuals, you know, if you look at it, individuals comprise businesses, and what we focused on in Data Vault was an ability for businesses to harness this information. So if you look at really the Fitbit valuation at $2.1 billion, of that, it's comprised of their ability to harness data on a massive scale. And so in terms of what makes an individual's data more valuable is really engagement, is how much they engage with individual data sets. Being wise about how derivative data is produced inside any company is kind of the key point. And really looking at data differently now that we have all these Internet of Things devices and abilities to collect data from our employees, from our customers, and from others, and monetizing on behalf of companies is really the key point.
Tremendous. And Nate said he's going to set up a Liquid Lunch Vault for us. And anyone that comes on the show, if we tell them about Data Vault, and then they can mine some of their data, he's going to give us some lunch money or something like that for making a referral, right?
Well, thanks for that.
You got to check out Data Vault. Unbelievable management team. My very dear friend Joe Camarada is a part of the team, along with Nate. They have both built and sold many businesses. So if they're involved, you can be sure that there's a lot of value being generated, and you can protect your data and you can monetize your data. Nate Bradley, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. That's hour one, but we're not going nowhere. You stay right there, coming back for a rocket ship of hour two right after this.